Hacking the belief loop, rewriting your self-fulfilling prophecies. So, hacking the belief loop is basically your paradigm isn't just a static collection of beliefs. It's dynamic, self-enforcing engine we call the belief loop. This loop is the reason why a single belief can create a reality that constantly validates itself, keeping you stuck in a predictable cycle of thought, action, and result. So let's look at the anatomy of the loop. So, the belief loop operates in a continuous 4-stage cycle. Right, number 1 is the belief. It all starts with the core belief. For example, I'm bad with money or I'm not a public speaker. And then number 2 is action. This belief drives your actions. If you believe you're bad with money, you might avoid looking at your bank statements or creating a budget. Which then leads to number 3, which is the action. Your actions produce a predictable result. Avoiding your financing leads to debt, potentially, and financial stress because you don't know how much is coming in, coming out. So the unknown becomes bigger in our mind. So it's like, if someone's just fallen over and they create a bigger scenario in your mind than it actually is because they're not, example, pulling their pants from their ankle to their knee to check their knee. So they just made a whole story about what's happened to their knee or their ankle, etc. So number 4 is reinforcement. So the result, the financial stress then reinforces your original belief that, see, I told you I'm bad with money. So this cycle creates a powerful self-fulfilling prophecy. Let's look at the statistics of self-sabotage. So this isn't just a theory, it's a documented phenomenon in psychology. The concept of self-efficacy, which is a person's belief in the ability to succeed in a particular situation, is a core driver of this loop. So research in organizational psychology reveals that employees with low self-efficacy are over 50% less likely to take on challenging tasks and are 75% more likely to give up when they encounter an obstacle. So their low belief in their own capabilities leads them to avoid opportunities for growth, which in turn prevents them from ever building the skills or getting the results that would prove their belief wrong. So let's look at a story time. So a case study in hacking the loop. Let's look at the classic case of the procrastinator. So the old loop, belief. I am a terrible procrastinator. Action. You put off major projects until the last minute, telling yourself you work better under pressure. Result. You stress, the quality of your work is poor, and you miss the deadline. Reinforcement. Say to yourself, this proves it, I really am a procrastinator. So this cycle continues for years with each stressful result strengthening the initial beliefs. So how do we hack this loop? So the key to breaking this cycle is to intervene at any point, but the most effective place is usually with the small contrary action. Instead of fighting the belief directly, you introduce a tiny new action that is inconsistent with it. So, example, the next time you feel the urge to procrastinate on a new project, you make a deal with yourself, I'll just work on it for 5 minutes. So the new action is you work for 5 minutes. New result, you've made progress. You've broken the pattern. There's a disrupt in the pattern. New reinforcement, you can now say, I'm not a procrastinator because I just worked on this. So the single small win introduces a crack in the old belief system. It creates a new, more empowering loop. Over time, these small actions compound, and your belief, I'm a person who takes action, drives new behavior, leading to better results and creating new self-fulfilling prophecy of success. By learning to identify the stages of your belief loop, you can begin to constantly and consciously hack it, replacing disempowering cycles with new ones that drive you towards the life that you want.